Hello, welcome to another GK Beginning Band video. Today we're going to be working on the clarinet book, page 8, numbers 15 through 18. By now we should be becoming a little more of an expert on three notes, the E, the D, and the C. We're going to learn the quarter note today as well as the quarter rest, talk a little bit about phrasing, and play with those three notes. In number 15, a quarter's worth, we learn about the quarter note. If you read up at the top, each quarter note receives one count in a 4/4 measure. Also, each quarter rest will receive one count in a 4/4 measure. So we're going to have 4 quarter notes on the E, we'll rest for 4 counts. 4 quarter notes on the D, we'll rest for 4 counts. 4 quarter notes on the C, we'll rest for 4 counts. Then 4 quarter notes on the D to be immediately followed by a whole note on the C. Number 15, a quarter's worth. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Number 16, hot cross buns. We'll continue the progression of 3 notes, E, D, and C. We'll start hot cross buns. It's a lot like the song you may have played on recorder last year. Watch the rhythms though. The rhythm may not exactly be the same. Number 16, hot cross buns. 1, 2, ready. 3. Notice the breath mark in the 7th measure is after the half note E and not before it. Number 17, Au clair de la lune. We'll be taking a breath every 2 measures. If you can go every 4 measures, that's great. The song Au clair de la lune is divided up here into 2 4-measure phrases. A phrase is a musical thought or a sentence. Phrases are sometimes 8, sometimes 4, or it could be a little longer or shorter depending on the music. Right now we're going to divide it into 2 4-measure phrases. If you can breathe once at the beginning and once after the whole note in measure 4, you will be able to put this song together into 2 phrases. If you're having trouble breathing that long, take a breath every 2 measures. I'll try to go every 4. I'm going to challenge myself. Number 17, Au clair de la lune. 1, 2, ready. A little easier to play longer passages on the clarinet than it might be for flute or trumpet because of the fact that not a lot of air is going through the small hole there where the reed and mouthpiece come together. So it's easy to blow through the clarinet without using a whole lot of air, which is why I was able to go 4 measures on each. In number 18, down by the station, you'll notice that we have a variety of notes and rests. We have a half note on C, C, D, E, rest, E, rest, D, C, D, E, C, rest, C, rest. You'll notice when I say a letter like C, D, or E, I immediately go to the fingering that's needed for that note. If your student will go through that when they're working over the music before they play it, it might help them to learn to get their fingers in position. Then you'll notice that when I do that, I try to keep my fingers poised right above where the keys belong. If I keep them out here, we call this flyaway fingers. The fingers are flying away like this, and I have to come back to use, for instance, here I'm using the E. If I have to go play the D, I have to bring the finger down to the hole and then cover it. Here, it's right above the hole, and I simply just bring it down. I'll try Down by the Station, number 18. 1, 2, ready. Stop. If your student's having trouble producing a good clean sound on the clarinet, have them take a step back and take the barrel and the mouthpiece off and try getting a sound that way. Once they can get a good clean sound with a good clear articulation, then have them put the barrel and the mouthpiece back on and try blowing their 3 notes. Remember that I want a to sound instead of a foo sound. I want a to sound that will, again, if I'm saying the word T, as opposed to just blowing and not using my tongue and getting a foo type of sound. What we don't want is that little airiness at the beginning of the note. We want a nice, clean articulation. The assignment is 15, 16, 17, and 18. Have fun practicing this week.